We've all got brains, so we're built for mathematics. So turn yours on and get ready for...
Mic Drop Maths!
Hello, maths lovers. Wait, did you just roll your eyes? Yeah, I know it's a podcast, but I felt those yeah right, no one likes maths vibes from all the way over here in Virginia through the podcast airwaves. Some people do love maths, you know. Maybe that is you and my vibes are way off. Maybe I'm right and you think maths isn't for you and someone made you listen to this podcast. Fair enough. I've taught maths long enough to know that some people think they just don't like maths. I hear it all the time. But that's just what you think. It doesn't have to be the truth. Just ask my students. And really, I believe you just haven't had the right experience yet. You can and you will be a mathematician that loves maths from the bottom of your heart if you keep an open mind. Truth? We're all born with maths brains and we can all learn maths to high levels. That's a promise. With that said, and with our minds open, let's find out what we are learning about on lucky episode number 7.
Attention!
Yes, sir, circle.
I said 360 degrees. Turn and face.
Yes, sir, circle.
Circle up and listen up. Today is a very important day. Today is the day we learn what we're made of.
What are we made of, sir, circle?
We are a full 360 degrees. We have a radius, a diameter, a circumference, and we have chords. Now let's get to circle boot camp. Forward roll.
All right, you've already rolled your eyes at me once and it didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. So I'm going to be silly and risk it again. Kids, in class and at home or in the car or on the beach, because who doesn't want to do some maths on the beach? Clap the beat along with me if you know we are taking it old school.
We're going on a circle hunt. We're going to catch a big one. I'm not scared. What a beautiful day. Oh, look! Some rubber tires. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Gotta go through it. We're going on a circle hunt. We're going to catch a big one. I'm not scared. What a beautiful day. Oh, look, some warm, tasty donuts. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Gotta go through it. We're going on a circle hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. I'm not scared. What a beautiful day. Oh, look, a shiny diamond ring. Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Can't go around it. Gotta go through it. We're going on a circle hunt. We're going to catch a big one. I'm not scared. What a beautiful day.
Wait, why would you be scared? Circles aren't scary. Because they're hairy and they have sharp teeth. That's not true. I mean, really, circles are awesome. Okay, I'll give you that they're not scary, but how are circles awesome? Well, first, they don't have any sharp angles, so they're super safe.
Whoop-de-doo.
Hear me out. They have no beginning and no end. They can spin. You can put 2 eyes and a mouth to turn it into an emoji. They've got excellent symmetry. And the invention of a wheel was once the most important inventions in human history. You had me at emojis.
So now that we know why circles are so awesome and really not scary at all, let's get to know them a little better at Circle Boot Camp. First, let's start with the basics. A circle is 360 degrees.
Who came up with that?
Well, the same people who invented the wheel about 6,000 years ago. The Mesopotamians, who loved the number 60. The Mesopotamians passed their base 60 numerical system to the ancient Egyptians, who used it to divide a circle into 360 degrees. The 360-degree circle worked out great. The Egyptians loved perfect triangles, and exactly 6 of them fit into a circle. Therefore, 6 triangular slices of 60 degrees, each made for a sensible 360-degree dissection of a circle. The Egyptians, who invented the degree symbol, by the way, also came up with the first calendar based on a 360-day year, which is only off by 5.25 days. Since then, the 360-degree circle has more than stood the test of time. It has made its mark on time itself. When time was first recorded on the face of a circle, it was an easy leap to divide hours into 60 minutes and minutes into 60 seconds. Now, that's some cool history. So, you can thank the Egyptians and the Mesopotamians for that awesome measurement. All right, now we know a circle measures 360 degrees. We also need to know that really a circle is a system of points that are all an equal distance from the center. So, like, the center's kind of a big deal. We can even name a circle after its center point. From there, let's go basic. Really, really basic, not special at all. Do you know the least special thing about a circle? I'll wait. Come on, guess. Well, most chords are really unspecial. To be a chord, all you need to do is connect any 2 points on a circle. Chords aren't the least bit choosy. Seriously, when any 2 points on the outside of the circle are connected by a line segment, that's a chord. Yes, I said most chords are basic, but there are some pretty snazzy chords. Chords that are so special that they get a whole other name. A diameter is a chord that just gets a bit more choosy. A diameter is a chord that has to go through the center of the circle. That's right, it connects 2 points on the outside of the circle, so it's a chord, but not just any chord. It must go through the center point. Not all chords are diameters, but all diameters are chords. Oh, so now you want to know more about diameters, huh? Well, if you want to go from the center point, but you're thinking about going smaller, think radius. That's right, radius. It starts with an R. Keep that in mind later for the joke section of the podcast. The radius is a line segment joining the center of the circle to any point on the circle. It's half of the diameter. So, it would take 2 connecting radii, yeah, I know that's a funny word, to make a diameter. Diameter is like the queen of the circle, and radius is like her son, the prince. The chord is kind of like the second cousin. He's related, but just not royalty. Right, I know, the diameter is also a chord, but that's like a family secret that she always tried to keep on the hush-hush. Then we have the circumference. The circumference is the perimeter of the circle. She likes to stay out of it. She's not going to go inside all of that family drama, so she stays literally on the outside. She's still related though. You can basically take the diameter and multiply by 3, and you'll have the circumference, which means you can double the radius and then multiply that by 3 to find the circumference. I know circumference tries so hard to stay out of it, but family is family and she's still related to the radius and diameter. Though she really doesn't have anything to do with basic chords. They've got no relationship. They're more like in-laws, relatives that married into the family. Whew, that circle boot camp was intense. I sure could use some jokes to take a brain break.
Hi, Circle.
Hey, Triangle.
Come on, you've got to see things from another angle.
No, I just can't.
Well, you're pointless.
That's how I roll.
Why are circles so hot? Because they're 360 degrees.
I got my large circumference from too much pie.
How does a pirate solve for half the diameter of the circle?
By using R.
Never invite a circle to a party. They tend to make one-sided conversations.
Seriously, my class is too funny. before we head into our game show, let's do a quick family tree, or should we do a wheel? I don't know. Here we go. There's the circle. Oh, 360 degrees of her. She's got a center point that's really important in who she's named after. Now, every circle is different, so you want to look at each closely. But if you see some line segments that go from one point on the circle to another point on the circle, then you've met the chord. She's basic, and she's really not that bad, but she's also not circle royalty. Remember, she's a second cousin. Now, the royalest of royal is a diameter. She's a fancy chord that is so fancy, she has to start at one point and go through the center to get to any other point on the circle. Technically, she is a chord, but only if she goes through the center. Then you have her young son, Radius. He's half of her and all about the center. He's a small guy. He likes to start at the center point and then go to another point on the circle. Last up in the royal circle family is Circumference. She stays out of family drama, but she's still related. She's the perimeter or the distance around the circle. She's got a good relationship with the diameter and radius, but nothing to do with basic chords. All right, now I'm dropping the mic over to Kylie.
Thanks, Miss Corfield. Now, who's ready to play the Wheel of Wonder? Quick note, you might want to write this down. Feel free to look at your notes as you play. To find the diameter, you multiply the radius by 2, or you can divide the circumference by about 3. To find the radius, you divide the diameter by 2, or divide the circumference by 3 and divide that by 2. To find the circumference, you can multiply the diameter by 3, or double the radius and multiply that by 3. Notice, the circumference is always the biggest measurement, and the radius is always the smallest. Now, first up is Sydney. You get to spin the wheel, and you have to find that part of the circle. Go ahead and spin. Ooh, what is the diameter if the radius is 4?
Well, the diameter is 2 times the radius, and 2 times 4 is 8.
Correct. Bonus, what is the circumference if the radius is 4?
Now I know that the diameter is 8, and then I'll multiply that by 3. So the circumference is 24.
Wow, you must have went to a circle boot camp. You're crushing it. Want to stop now and keep the prize of a free subscription to Mic Drop Maths on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher? Or would you like to risk it and spin again?
I hate to risk that, but I'll spin again.
Nice spin. What is the radius if the diameter is 6?
Let me think. If the radius is half of the diameter, I need to divide the diameter by 2 to find the radius. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so the radius would be 3.
Nicely done. Bonus, what is the circumference if the diameter is 6?
I think you're trying to trick me, but I think I've got this. If the diameter is 6 and the circumference is roughly 3 times more, I'll do 6 times 3 to find the circumference, so it would be 18.
You win! Now you get a free subscription to Mic Drop Maths, access to our website, www.micdropmaths.com, and a free MDM sticker. If you answer the next question correctly, we will mail a free MDM swag sticker to the first 5 people that write us a review on Apple Podcasts. They'll have to email Whitney at micdropmaths.com to let her know the address. Want to play one more time for the people at home?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and spin. What is the relationship between a diameter and a chord?
Oh, I got this. A chord is a line segment that goes from one point of the circle to another, but the diameter is a special chord that has to go through the center.
Wow, nicely done. Now, listeners at home, go write us a review and email us your information so we can send you some MDM swag.
Now here's Reagan with a math story you might want to check out.
Circumference in the First Round Table by Sydney Newswander. This is the most popular book ever written about circles. Okay, I don't know if that's true, but it was really good when my teacher read it to me, and it really helped me to understand all of the parts of a circle in a fun way. I highly recommend it.
Now, here are Bradley and Legacy to remind you that there are so many things that you can do in maths.
I can identify and describe the diameter, radius, chord, and circumference of a circle.
I can investigate and describe the relationships between diameter, radius, chord, and circumference.
This podcast was brought to you by the words of Sarah Adams. Everyday love, changing everyday lives.